as long as I can remember, I have looked for an equal. One who could push me. One who could surprise me. One who could even beat me. Yet all I found is disappointment. Will one of you finally give me what I desire?
So, just as we said, Spider-Man Marvel's PS2 cinematic trailer will be shown at the PlayStation event, which is insane. We called it. You should subscribe to the channel just because we got that info right. So if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the pop culture based content. Check us out on Twitter, WarsUG. Check us out on Instagram at WarsU. So, been a day or so since the trailer came out, and a lot of people have actually misinterpreted what happened in the trailer. Also, PlayStation and Insomniac have dropped an article, which is interesting, and also they have confirmed a lot of things. They've confirmed essentially the Sony Marvel gaming universe exclusively on the PlayStation. So let's get into it. So we've got to appreciate the trailer. That's why I played the trailer at the start of this video. So during the blog post, it said this: veteran developers Insomniac Games creating 2 new titles for PlayStation consoles, and it has been confirmed that both Wolverine and Marvel Spider-Man 2 are exclusive to the PlayStation 5. So they come out in 2023, at least Marvel Spider-Man 2 does, and to be honest, they should have already discontinued PS4 games in my opinion, and God of War and Horizon 2 should both be exclusive to the PS5. Yes, I understand it is hard to get hold of. We should be playing games for the next generation on the next generation. So in my 18 years of working in Insomniac, wow, it has really been that long. One of the things I've always appreciated about the studio is how it truly values and fosters collaborations when we work together, and more importantly, when we listen to each other, end result is always better. And that is something that is great about Insomniac Games. If you play the Ratchet and Clank franchise, you realize that's absolute fire. They are behind Spyro the Dragon as well, and also both the Spider-Man games, Miles Morales and Spider-Man PS4. You can tell a lot of heart, passion, and integrity is integral to why this company Insomniac is so important and doing so great. The blog post went on to say, the approach even applies when we work with those outside the studios. It has been such a pleasure to collaborate on Marvel games. Learning from sharing with these true believers, we've created such games as Marvel Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales has been a highlight of many of us, and we are so excited we get to collaborate. It isn't ending anytime soon, as today we reveal not 1 but 2 Marvel titles from Insomniac Games, Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Marvel's Wolverine. Let's start with the one of the most, you'll probably guessed it, Marvel Spider-Man 2. We are thrilled to continue the journey of both Peter Parker and Miles Morales in their most epic single adventure yet, coming exclusively to the PlayStation 5 in 2023. Now this is important because this debunks the leak about online play. We don't really need online play, but it is cool they've confirmed that it is a single player story with Miles, also with Peter, also with Venom. I believe you're going to be playing as Venom, because right at the end of the trailer we're hearing Kraven saying, can somebody answer my call? Then Venom and Eddie Brock or Harry Osborn, or whichever variants of Venom they're going to go with in their interpretation, says yes we can. So that's Kraven talking to Venom, well, Kraven speaking out loud, and I believe Venom saying yes we can. Although Miles and Peter are kind of staring at Venom and seeing Venom for the first time, I don't believe this is going to happen. I believe you're going to be able to play as Venom, as Spider-Man Peter Parker, and as Miles Morales. Okay, the Venom part is just me hypothesizing and thinking, but it does make a lot of sense based on how that conversation goes. Whilst pushing the capabilities of the console, we'll be very excited, equally pumped to craft new stories for both Peter and Miles in the sequel, which is cool actually. It really is. As we know in the first game, we got to play as Miles Morales, not Miles Morales Spider-Man. That didn't happen to the end game. game, but that was the setup for Miles Morales Spider-Man, which essentially is the in-between game before we get to Marvel Spider-Man 2. Just as in our previous Spider-Man games, we not only want to tell you a great superhero story, but also deliver a compelling human story, one full of heart and humor that dives deep into the people behind the mask. And they really did, because as I've said before in the channel, if Marvel Studios wants to make the perfect Spider-Man movie, just turn Spider-Man PS4 into a video game, pretty much. Much as the development team has brought you Marvel Spider-Man is returning for the sequel, which is always cool. Consistency, continuity, familiar with what's already happened, including Brian, the creative director, and Ryan, the game director today. This game footage is merely just a glimpse of what's in terms of the new capabilities, the new abilities of our heroes will acquire suits they will wear. More on that some other time. And the villains will try to hunt them down. And speaking of villains, did you catch the final line of the trailer? We're so happy to announce Tony Todd of Candyman, the freaking legend. He also did the voice of Zoom in the Flash TV show. I'm pretty sure we'll be voicing the symbiote Venom in Marvel Spider-Man 2. We're delighted. And then obviously the same voice actors, I can't pronounce their names, for Miles and Peter are back. We've been so fortunate to work with so many talented actors in our Spider-Man games. Tony has been such a wonderful addition to the cast, which is cool, really is cool. So that is fantastic news to hear that they are building a Spider-Man universe, which we've already got, and they're going to be expanding it. We do know that Venom and Kraven, although some people don't believe it's Kraven, it's clearly Kraven who's ready to answer my call, and then Eddie Brock, the Venom symbiote, goes, "We are," which is cool. And they have actually confirmed something huge. It's huge that Marvel's Wolverine, Spider-Man 2 and PlayStation games are set in the same universe. Now, this is the first time they've directly confirmed it, which is cool. But they also confirmed Marvel's Wolverine is a standalone game, which is cool. But they've confirmed they are in the same universe. So it is a somewhat universe. Marvel's Spider-Man, Marvel's Wolverine are part of the same universe up until now. No standalone game Marvel has directly been connected to each other, has led to a shared universe, but they will begin some sort of connected universe with these two games, which is cool. But they've also confirmed that the Wolverine game is not going to be a free-roam game like your Spider-Man Miles Morales was, or like your Spider-Man 1 was, which is freaking fantastic. The abilities in this cinematic trailer that we told you was going to be coming is absolute fire. I can't believe they've put this all together already. And I believe, obviously, 2023, it's got to be truly exclusive to the PlayStation 5, because if Sony Studios aren't making exclusive games by 2023, then what is the point of releasing the PS5? I personally believe that God of War Ragnarok should be exclusive to PS5. Horizon Forbidden West should be exclusive to the PS5. I understand it's very hard to get hold of PlayStation 5. It was really, really hard for me to get hold of a PS5, but God of War's not coming out to the end of 2022, so it makes no sense for that game to go to PS4 in my opinion. I get it, more sales, but you don't want to be holding back a game when realistically you've got more power, you've got more development. The developers can develop how these games look, how they run, how they play, how they feel. So much can be developed by the time this comes out. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at WarStew, check us out on Twitter, WarStewG, and let me know, do you believe me when I say Venom is a playable character on Marvel Spider-Man 2 because he's talking to Kraven, who will answer my call, and Kraven is talking to Venom. And I believe potentially if they are going down the Harry Osborn route, is going to be somewhat of a variant of Venom if we're going by the post-credit scene of Miles Morales and the post-credit scene of Spider-Man PS4. It looks like Harry Osborn is Venom, so how cool would it be if you could play as Harry Osborn Venom, Peter Parker Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man? 3 playable characters would be insane. I guarantee this is going to be a much longer game than the first one. And then we got to bring in Green Goblin. Is Green Goblin Norman Osborn going to be revealed? Are they going to do this in the sequel game? It would be so cool. It's not just going to be Kraven and Venom. No chance. We had the Sinister Six in the first game, which is freaking cool, although Tom Holland's Spider-Man can't handle the Sinister Six by himself, can he? If the Spider-Man No Way Home leaks are true. I really wish Peter Parker, Tom Holland in the Spider-Man universe in Marvel films, Sony films. I really wish he didn't need help all the time. Your boy Peter Parker in the Spider-Man PS4 game didn't need help. Yeah, I understand he's been Spider-Man longer, but it's better when Spider-Man goes toe-to-toe with the Sinister Six by himself, so to speak. So like always, guys, check us out on Twitter, WarStewG. Check us out on Instagram at WarStew if you want to see the face behind the voice. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.